So anyways, I connected this monitor here to the HDMI port on this USB-C dongle, and I gave it power. Now let's find out if it works, because I never got this to work before. So let's see. I'm gonna raise the... Oh, look at that! As soon as I raise this screen, it's already on. That's lovely. And I can just use the Touch ID, and it works. It works. Yeah, this is the first time that I get HDMI output of this USB-C dongle. This is insane. I love it. I basically can now use this as a much bigger screen over here, and this basically can turn my MacBook Pro into an actual desktop. And if I go down here, I should get the dock bar. No, I have to move the dock bar over here by changing this into being the main monitors. And to do that, I'm actually gonna screen capture again. Now I can choose which screen to capture, and that's beautiful. So as you can see here, if I hover my mouse on the MacBook display, it lights up, so it will capture this display. Or if I move my mouse over here, it will light up, so I'm gonna capture this display here. Now I'm recording again, and I have to change this and make this screen here the main display. And to do that, I'm just gonna go on the Apple logo, System Preferences, and Desktop and Screensaver. No, sorry, not here. I have to remember because it's been... Oh, displays, over here. Okay, so now I can just go on the arrangement, and now this display is actually above my MacBook's display because it's basically behind. So I'm gonna move this underneath and have this on top. If I move my cursor down, I move to the MacBook's display, and this makes more sense now. So I'm also gonna change this into being the main display by dragging this bar over here. And now this is the main display, and this is the second display. But there's still one thing I have to do, and it's probably not capturing this. So over here on the built-in Retina display, I have to disable True Tone. I don't like it, because if I'm gonna use Final Cut Pro on the laptop while I'm somewhere else, not here sitting on the desk, I'm probably gonna have color correction issues if I keep this on. So this has to go away. And I think that's pretty much it. Yes. Okay. As for the Sync Master, which is the display I'm using right here, I can even mirror the displays, but I like the idea of being an extension for now, so I'm gonna keep it like that. And I can change the colors. Oh, actually this looks brighter, so I prefer this one here because this looks a lot brighter. Okay, but the dock bar hasn't moved, so I'm gonna go into the dock bar settings, and I have no idea how to get the dock bar on this display. I would like basically the dock bar on this screen. I'm gonna put the dock bar on the side, so hopefully it can work a little bit better. Let's see. Oh, okay, there we go, it works. Look at that, I got the dock bar on the side now. Can disable the automatically hide and show. Oh, look at that, I have the dock bar on the side. And if I go here, nothing. So it's only on one single display. Okay, so I guess I fixed the dock bar issue. Can I have it at the bottom right now? Okay, so if I put it on the bottom, it will appear on the main display only, on the built-in Retina display. If I put it on the side, however, it will show on the external display. I'm gonna put it on the left because otherwise it's gonna go on top of the icons and I find it kinda ugly. Okay, so now I'm gonna capture the screen again and we're gonna see a couple of settings that I like to do on a brand new Mac OS. Now, I haven't used OS X for years and maybe some of the stuff that I'm gonna do now changed. I hope I remember most of them, but I saw a couple of videos of setting up Big Sur, so probably some of these stuff I'm gonna do now will actually work. Okay, and now I'm capturing the screen with QuickTime Player again. And by the way, I don't know if you guys can see that. I have to raise my MacBook to show that, but while I'm recording with QuickTime, I can see here on the touch bar the size and the time of the recording, and that's something that nobody has ever said in the videos that I watched, so that's something pretty cool to notice. First of all, I like my drives to show up here on the side of the screen, so I'm gonna go on the Finder, Preferences, and I'm gonna enable the hard disks and the connected servers. And look at that, the main hard disk of the newer models of the Mac are still called Macintosh HD, and that's great. Now, I would like this to be a little bit more tidy, so I'm gonna right click here and use stacks. And using stacks, I basically have this. I can have all of my icons more organized on the desktop, which is nice. And I'm also gonna group stacks by kind, which is by default. And another thing here in the Finder Preferences, on the sidebar, I like to enable all of these. So all of these will show up when I go on the Finder. So for example, I am on the Finder here, and you can see on the side we have all of these favorites, iCloud, and stuff. I don't know why the tags have Italian names. That means red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and gray. I don't know. Maybe it's because this installation of Mac OS was originally Italian, but then I changed the language of it. I have no idea. I don't like it, but whatever. I'm gonna disable this because I don't even use tags anyway, so eventually I'm gonna give them a look, but I never used them before. I don't even know how they work. I'm also gonna disable airdrop because this is a feature I am definitely not gonna use, since right now the iPhone isn't my main phone, and all of these might be fine. I can also disable recents. Okay. Oh yeah, let's download speed test from the App Store. Okay, this downloaded pretty quickly actually. It's still downloading though. Still downloading iMovie here. I am definitely not gonna use this. I'm gonna use Final Cut Pro. And the video you are watching, by the way, has been edited on Final Cut Pro. I'm gonna make some tutorials on Final Cut Pro eventually in the future, when I learn it myself, because I am still transitioning between DaVinci Resolve and Final Cut Pro. I'm still in a transition way. That's the launchpad, and you can see here it's downloading speed test and it's installing iMovie. Now I don't know why this one here stopped. Okay, it's because it was installing this. Okay, let's have a quick speed test with the actual app and let's see if this makes a difference. Okay, so for some reason this is actually going slow. So I guess the gigabit port on this USB-C hub isn't the best, super reliable, but anyway, we'll see. By the way, I've been using this for a bit now. Let's check the battery. Still at 71%. I'm impressed. A lot of people has been impressed by the battery of these laptops. They really like it. Okay, I wanna do a thing that I haven't seen on YouTube for some reason. Now, there was this old video of someone testing the stability of Mac OS X Leopard by opening a lot of windows and then using the hot corner expose to show all of them, and it was super fast and quick, and it was 2009 or 2008. Let's see how the M1 MacBook handles the challenge. So we're gonna go here, and I'm just gonna open a bunch of these folders, holding down Option. I'm gonna open all of them in new windows. Now, Leopard did this super fast back in the day, and that's always been one of my favorite tests. Now this one here looks like it's opening them one after another, waiting for us a second or something, while Leopard opened all of them all at once. And by the way, while it's doing that, I'm gonna go on the system preferences, and I am going on the mission control, hot corners, and on the top right I like to have mission control. On the bottom right I like to have desktop, because on Windows, if you go on the bottom right, that's where you can show the desktop. On the top left, I'm gonna set this to Launchpad, I guess. Okay. Now, if I go on the top right, we see all of the windows opening all at once. Okay, we can reveal all the windows, and I can see a little bit of lag. Oh, okay, no, never mind, it's not lagging anymore. It's gonna look a little bit choppy on the screen recording though, because I'm using QuickTime Player, and ScreenFlow is usually a lot faster than QuickTime. Okay, anyway, let's open some extra windows. Okay, 40 windows. Okay, I'm still opening Windows here. It's still doing its thing. Okay, that's interesting. Now this makes it drop frames sometimes, and it's curious. I wonder why nobody has done this kind of stress test on these laptops or the M1 series Macs overall. I haven't found a single video of this. Here's another folder full of folders. I'm gonna open all of these, and I promise that's gonna be my last bunch. That's so fun to do though, by the way. Okay, 34 folders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Okay, let's do this. Okay, it's still smooth. I mean, it's fast. It is fast. Look at that. Look at how many folders there are open right now. Look at that. And to close all of them, by the way, you just have to hold down Option and click the X. and boom, they're gone. Okay, I think for some reason this felt a bit faster on Leopard back in the day. I don't know why, but here they open one after another with 1 second of delay between each window. Anyways, this section here in the dock bar, this is the recent applications section, and that's something new, I think, because I never saw this section before. I'm gonna disable it. I'm not really a fan of having my recent applications here. I can just disable this here. What else? I think I covered pretty much all of the initial basic stuff. If you shake your cursor, it becomes big, and that's cool. Okay, so we are almost at the end here, and so far this laptop has performed amazing. I also connected an external display to it using this USB-C hub that I have, and it's working wonderfully and it's beautiful. I'm also using this Magic Mouse from 2011 on this laptop, and it's working. It didn't recognize it immediately, but after a bit it actually showed up and it's working, and that's what I've been using now for the past hour or something. Yeah, almost 2 hours I'm recording all of this. And by the way, it's warm. I mean, it's not super cold, it's not super hot, it's pretty damn, yeah, it's room temperature. We can say it's basically room temperature, and that's pretty nice. Speaking of fingerprints, yes, by the way, the aluminum here is quite a fingerprint magnet. Never touch the Apple logo because that's a metal sticker, and if you touch it, you're gonna get some nasty fingerprints on it. So if you want to have this nice scratch free and clean and whatever, use some covers. I haven't bought any, but I am definitely gonna get one because I don't want this beautiful laptop to get scratched, because that's gonna be my traveling laptop. I'm gonna travel with that. I'm gonna edit videos, edit photos, and do a lot of creative work on this laptop while traveling, or when I don't feel like using Windows and I just want to use Mac. I can just connect this to a monitor here and use it like a desktop computer. And I'm still amazed every single time I erase this display. I'm always amazed by how quickly the display turns on. It's almost like as if it's already on, it stays on, but it actually turns off when you lower it. And I can tell because the external display also turns off. Except this time it didn't. Okay, it did. I've seen some people using this with an external display, of course an external keyboard too, but it was closed and it was still working. So I wonder how to set this up. I wonder how this works, because this way I can basically use this as a proper desktop computer with a display, mouse and keyboard, and have the USB hub for the ports and so on. So I heard that for a prolonged use you can keep it plugged in, because if you do that, once it reaches 100%, it's gonna stop using the battery and it will use the electrical power from your outlet instead. And that's good. You can basically turn this into an actual desktop computer just fine. And that's something I'm probably gonna do when I work with Final Cut and I do some heavy, longer videos on it. A lot of cool videos on this laptop will come in the near future. I'm gonna do a lot of cool tests, and I want to do some videos on Final Cut and stuff like that. And after a while of usage, I am gonna be able to tell you guys how this laptop actually performs, because now I just got it. This was an unboxing, it's not like an overview of it. I just did this initial setup of it. So there is one last thing I want to show you guys before I actually leave, and it's the iOS apps compatibility with the M1 chip. That's something that a lot of people talked about, and that's one of the reasons that I got an M1 laptop. So I'm gonna capture the screen once again, and I'm gonna show you here in the About This Mac, by the way, we have the Apple M1 with 16 gigs and 494 gigabytes of storage. This is slowly draining because I'm making a lot of screen recordings. I'm gonna move these somewhere else, and I'm not gonna keep anything on this drive except for the applications. So in order to install an iOS app, you go on the App Store and then you look for an app. For example, I love a game called Star Maker. It's a karaoke game. I have a lot of fun on it with friends, and I always refer to it as meme maker because I do a lot of shitposting on it. So let's see if this one here has... Ooh, look at that! You can actually install this on the Mac because it's an iPhone app, but the developer made it available for Mac because not all of the developers do that. So you can just download it like this, and it's gonna install on your Mac, and then you can just open it, and it's definitely gonna open. It's a little bit glitchy. Gonna try to log in, let's see if it works. Alright, and English, and there we go, it works. It's a little bit glitchy, as I said. For some reason the icons down here are cut off. Down here, so it doesn't really work properly. Some of these apps don't work perfectly well. For example, this one here kinda works, but it's glitchy. However, there's another one a little bit more famous, a little bit more known, called Smule, and let's see. Okay, so Smule isn't available, but we can sideload it with an app called iMagazine, something like that. I have to learn how to do it. You basically connect your iPhone or iPad to your Mac, and you can sideload the apps and open them because of the M1 chip virtualization, whatever. Anyways, this one here, unfortunately, sadly, it doesn't really work nicely, so we're gonna uninstall it. And how do we uninstall apps on a Mac? That's super simple. You just go on your application folder. The shortcut is Shift Command A, by the way, and you just delete it. Move to bin, formerly known as move to trash. And now you just empty bin. And done. Let's see another quick iOS app or game that could probably work. Oh yeah, Jetpack Joyride. This game hasn't been ported to Mac. It's not available yet. Oh, whatever. There is Crossy Road. Let's download Crossy Road. And that's so cool because you can use your iOS apps and games, and you can play the games you play on your iPhone. on your computer. Okay, so here are the touch and motion alternatives. Tap with space to tap the center of the screen, and you can swipe with the arrow keys. Okay, that's cool. Okay, continue. And you can just do this, and you can swipe with the arrow keys, and I'm dead. Let me try this again. Okay, this works a little bit better with the trackpad actually. Oh yeah, it works a lot better, but the controls are inverted for some reason. So I had to swipe down to go up, and I had to swipe left to go right, and I had to swipe right to go left. That's weird. Anyways, it works, that's great. I am definitely gonna have a lot of fun with this, because I love virtualization and stuff like that. So this is how the M1 chip can handle iOS and iPad apps, and I wanted to show it very quickly right now, even though this was just an unboxing video. So yeah guys, this can be it for now. I'm gonna use this in the next couple of days, and then I am gonna make some better, more detailed review video of this, and we're gonna have a lot of fun with this baby here. Super light, super thin, I love it. Okay, now I'm gonna start editing this video, because I know it's gonna take me forever, since I want to edit it on Final Cut Pro, and I haven't used it in over 6 years, and probably now changed even a little bit. Whatever, I'm gonna have a lot of fun editing this on Final Cut. Okay guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye!